Kieran, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, obviously we're annoyed about how the game's panned out. Annoyed about the first goal that we conceded. Wasn't good enough, but then we scored a fantastic goal, showed real resilience because we stayed brave in that moment in terms of our play, and created more than enough chances to go ahead in the game, and we should have been ahead going into the second half. Disappointed that the game was finished, to be honest. I thought it was ridiculous conditions at the end. We certainly couldn't see the ball from the sideline, players couldn't see it on the pitch, and we made that clear to the referee, and there was a discussion around it, and I think the game should have been played on another day whenever it was some sort of conditions to play football. So we're disappointed and annoyed about that. Of course, I can criticise the players in terms of defending the box and how we saw that spell out, but also at that spell it wasn't conditions to see the ball and head the ball well, because it was hard to see. So it's a balance of both. I need to speak to the players. I can certainly say we can do better in that situation, but also I think at that stage of the game it wasn't the conditions that football match should have been played in.
All of that as well, when the referee was coming over to speak to you, all of that was at 1-1, which is very important. Like, why did the game carry on?
Yeah, look, myself and Carl both made it, our concerns to the fourth official at the start of the half, of the start of the second half, that we couldn't see the ball, and it was looking like there was mistakes on the pitch that were an account to that. We spoke to the referee on 74th minute, and again called the fourth official over, and I think at that point both sets of staff and players, the feeling was that let's come back and fight another day and have a match in proper conditions. At that stage the referee said that because the 75 minute had ticked past on the stop clock, that the result would have to stand and it would have to be a draw and there would be no replay. So yeah, in those conditions, my team, we want to win, and we thought we'll take our chances and see if we can get the winner. And frustration at the moment and confusion is that our club secretary has told us that that's not the rules, and there's nothing in the rule book about that. So look, it's gone, we can't change it. Of course we'll address it and make sure we get to the truth of what it was. I don't think the game should have been played in those conditions, but we can't get it back, and we can only look forward, we can only change the future, and that's now Tuesday night, and a big game for us, and we need to get ready to fight for 3 points and try and get some momentum back.
Yeah, I appreciate that there's no point now, because that is what it is, and as you say, you're looking forward. On the 90 minutes, what needed to be better about the first goal?
It's pretty obvious. It's a ball smacked up into the sky, and a striker brings it down too easily and turns and goes for our defence and scores. So we didn't defend the situation well enough, and it's a really soft goal to concede, and we didn't give up many chances apart from that. We scored again. I loved our goal, because after that point it would have been easy to go in your shell, and we didn't. We played really brave from Christian under pressure and went through the pitch and scored a good goal. And again, the bit that we can fault ourselves is that we didn't go and get the second goal in the times when we had the chances and had the momentum. On the other hand, again, there was, Connor said that on the chance that he has the free header from 4 yards or 5 yards out or whatever it was, you can't see the ball. So there's, at that point, again, there was chances where the conditions weren't great, but on some other chances I think we need to do better and score.
Does it feel like moments in matches right now are having a huge impact on the result either way? Yeah,
they are. Look, we're really we're disappointed with the result today. We're coming off a run of draws which we don't want, and we can't change what's happened, but some of them draws we know we should have converted into wins, and then when you lose a game, of course, we're really disappointed. So we know that in general, performances wise, we're not far away. Every game we're in, we're close, we're creating more chances than the opposition in general, we're not giving away much, but on the other hand, we've come out on the wrong side of the margins too often, and there's reasons for that, and there's things that we need to improve.
When you're in a promotion push, or when you're in any sort of challenge, there's noise everywhere around the football club. How important is it that the lads just still focus on the task at hand?
No, very much so. Look, it's one game at a time. We know that we don't have momentum in our results at the moment. There's not been much wrong with our performances. We've been pretty consistent with that, but we don't have momentum with the results, and the only way to do that is to stick together and fight for the next 3 points when they come up. And thankfully the next chance to get them is on Tuesday night. We don't have to wait that long, and we'll get ready now and make sure that Tuesday night we're ready to go. And I say the only way that we're going to get momentum back in our results and a good feeling again is by getting points on the board, and we have to be ready to do that on Tuesday night. We know it's not going to be easy, but that's the challenge ahead of us.
Finally, just a quick word. I know it's been a disappointing day, but the positives: Nathan Nunn for his debut, Harry Clark involved as well.
Yeah, George with his first start as well,
Yeah.
and did a lot of good things. And we get Nathan and Harry onto the pitch, and look, the squad feels in a strong place. Of course, there's going to be some little adjustments for the new players coming in, but in general, I feel like the squad's in a good place. In general, I feel like we're not too far away, but also we're not. And in general, things have went against us that are pretty random, and playing a game in fog that you can't see the football is not something we're going to face every week. But on the other hand, we know that there's things that we need to do better, and we need to stand up and be counted on, and that's where our focus needs to be, and we need to bring that into Tuesday night.